Hi everyone, welcome to day 11 of 30 Days of Night, a photo marathon where I shoot one roll of film every day for 30 days with a different camera and lens setup. Today's going to be an experiment on multiple fronts. This is an Olympus OM2N, and if you've been watching since day 0, you kind of have an idea of what's going on. On day 0, I found this camera in my many boxes of cameras that I haven't tested or are broken or they need a part, whatever. At one point I thought it was faulty, but someone pointed out that it will always shoot at the same speed when the batteries are low. I wasn't sure if they were going to be the right ones, even though they were equivalent. People online were saying that their cameras were still not working right. This viewer pointed out that I should be okay. I fired the shutter speeds at the slowest and fastest. Everything seemed good. But then I opened up the back. The light seals on this were obviously going to fail me. I had never changed light seals before, but I'd read so many tutorials and it just seemed so tedious, and I was getting other cameras, so these just ended up kind of in a box, essentially. Here's what I've learned. I took aspects from multiple tutorials and sort of crammed it into one. The two major things that I learned about sealing up your camera on the cheap is save your canisters. These little bits of felt, if they're good enough to protect your film, they're good enough to protect the camera. I don't think this will work with your front seal, but I can't be sure. The second thing that I learned is don't scrape out all of that goop. It can act as an adhesive. You just take out as much as you need in order to get the new seal in, and you should be good to go. I may have overstuffed mine. It came out pretty easy that time. I did see one tutorial where he said that, it's going to take a little bit for your camera to adjust, or for all the foam to settle, or felt in this case. So it's coming open pretty good now. Let's see if we can get you a good look at this. I need a flashlight. There we go. Okay, this whole seal here is just one whole strip put into place, and it's not moving anywhere. The thing is your camera's going to be closed 99% of the time. I've seen people use yarn in order to keep the seals closed. In fact, I bought a camera online. It did come with yarn in the side. Let me see here. There we go. We'll try and get, yeah, there we go. See right there. I'll hold it still and I'll try and zoom in a bit or something. Now I'm going to go back into the dark room and do an official shutter test on this camera, see where we're at. Bad news, guys. My original assessment was correct. So here are my shutter times. You can see it already starts off slow. By the time you get to 1/30, it's half the speed. But then something switches. Once it gets to 1/60th, it shoots 1/45th. You're thinking, great, we're on the right track. But then when you get to 125, it's 1/45th. 250, 45th, 500, you get the idea. So I don't think I'm going to be shooting with this camera today, but I think if you know what the deal is, or if you have an idea how I could troubleshoot it, let me know in the comments. If you just want me to shoot with it at 1/45th all day, let me know that too. Alright, I decided to go with the Canon AE1 and the Carl Zeiss Jena 28mm f2.8. While I'm here and everything is set up, I might as well shutter test this camera. All done. I got very typical results for the average camera. I was actually getting an alternate between 684 and 809, and I'll just have to keep an eye on that, or just decide not to shoot at that speed. But after that, I got very close results. So this thing's good to go. I can't be 100% sure though that I've tested this one, because I have several Canon AE1s. What leads me to believe that it's okay is I don't feel any goop, or barely any goop, on the back here. I asked you on Instagram and Twitter if I should shoot with Delta 100 or FP4 today. You chose FP4. Some light rain going on today. I thought this was neat. I'm gonna see what I can do with this. It's not very bright out today. I'm getting about 5.6 at 1/50 right now. Shooting at 125 ISO. 28mm lens is both awesome and challenging. Okay, we got a big problem. I left my coffee in the car. All is right with the world now. Sometimes if I think something's boring, I'll try and get it in a reflection to make it more interesting. At this point, I have about 12 shots left. I am under a bridge again. I have one, maybe 2 shots left. So I'm gonna head back to the car now, finish those up, get home, and start developing. I just had a horrible thought. I'm not too sure if I had to pay for parking or not. It said 2 hour. They had a different sign for Saturday, but I don't remember seeing if payment was required. So I'm gonna hoof it. Okay, I see my car, so it hasn't been towed. That's a good sign. It does say payment required, so I might still get a ticket in the mail. I'll keep you posted on that. Here are today's highlights. I don't know if I would call this an abstract, but it's about as abstract as I've gotten lately. This image came a very close second for me today. Here's my top pick for the day. I absolutely love this image. I love the texture, the lighting was incredible, the composition's good. I love how close I was able to focus. When this marathon's all over and I start taking these and trying to make enlargements out of them, this will probably be one of the ones I start with. Essentially, I haven't been this nervous about developing a roll since I heard the Kiev 4 rip at Heritage Park,